There's a lot of streaming services out there, each filled with reality TV, comedy, drama, and of course, superheroes. But there's one dedicated entirely to nonfiction TV and documentary films, and that's Curiosity Stream. History, science, nature, we've got it. Space, dinosaurs, big cats, we've got that too. And pretty much anything else you want to explore. Go ahead, add some smart TV to your smart TV with Curiosity Stream. Go to curiositystream.com to sign up and start streaming today.
Whether the team is playing at home on the north side or at an away game, my friends at Republic Bank of Chicago are there cheering them on. Republic Bank of Chicago prides themselves on being a local, privately owned bank that knows how to support entrepreneurs running their businesses. For Republic Bank of Chicago, it's all about being your financial partner who is dedicated to your success. Let them help you and your business. Learn more at republicebank.com. Republic Bank of Chicago. Client committed, relationship driven, business focused.
This is Merloni and Fourier.
I think they have the right personnel to limit him to 2 catches.
2 catches, Corey Davis?
You want any piece of that? You want a piece of that?
Yeah, what do you want to bet on it? Yeah, we could have a little side action.
An eyebrow.
This is a tale of 2 quarterbacks. One is a psycho that runs blocks for his running backs.
Then you're going to see a quarterback number 10 get his head in there.
The other had a lot of interceptions.
And that one from Wilson was just a punt.
Is 4 a lot of interceptions?
I don't know what he was doing. I don't know what he was thinking.
The Patriots got their first win of the season. Mac Jones got the first win of his career, and we want your reaction.
Where else can he go? Does he think he's going to get better? Better than 75% completion percentage, touchdown, no turnovers?
It's Lou.
I'm not even looking at
3, 2, 1. Will you stop?
I'm not looking at Bob Costas.
Holy Costas.
It's Christian.
What is that called? Is that called a
The
sidebar?
under, prop bet, under.
Okay, I'll take that too. Hey.
On WEEI.
Merloni and Fourier here, 4th and final hour. We dissect this 25-6 win for the New England Patriots. I asked a question before the break. By the way, in 10 minutes, you're going to hear our interview with Mac Jones. We're going to play that in its entirety here in a little bit. I asked the question, had it more to do with the Patriots defense or just a bad Jets offense? We put a poll out earlier in the show, and 70% of you feel like it was just bad Jets offense, which is accurate. Just surprising that you guys would actually admit that.
Admit it, right?
Because I do think it was kind of alarming that once again you face a team. You know, I think that one of the discussions coming out of the first game was you could actually be disappointed in the defense against Miami. You know, start the half, and couldn't get off the field. You know, on 1st and 14 on their own 5. You needed to get the ball back. You couldn't do it. With a quarterback playing the way he did, they ran for 152 yards against you, 5 yards a carry. And you knew they couldn't throw. You know what I mean? But still, he just gave it up. Like 4 picks. Like some of them, I don't even know why he even decided to throw it. It wasn't like there was this confusion, linebackers dropping back and him, I didn't see him. You know, I think Kyle Van Noy tweeted out like seeing ghosts again.
Yeah.
I don't think that was more like ghosts. Guys are dropping back, sliding into the passing lanes and picking them off. This guy was just throwing it to you. Just throwing it to you. So was it more the defense or the Jets offense?
Jets offense.
Yeah.
Jets offense. I think this guy, Zach Wilson, has what I like to call something's better than nothing mentality.
Yeah.
Like he rather, even though nothing's there, instead of doing what's right and being the good pro and the discipline to listen to his coaching, he assumes that something's better than nothing. So he just throws it up there hoping that something good will happen. Like even though nobody is in the vicinity, where Devin McCourty and these other guys are actually looks like they're catching punts. And I think there's something missing with that because I don't know anybody that teaches that. And I know they're not telling him just, well, you know what, if you don't see anybody open, just throw it anyways. There's not a quarterback coach, offensive coordinator in the league that coaches that. So they benefited from 4 turnovers. 4. And I must say they didn't answer on all of them. They could have.
16 points, 3 field goals and a touchdown. So they answered, but it was just a lot of field goals.
A lot of field goals.
Which is what we've seen from this.
So you really, on a good
team,
team would say, wow, that's all you can get out of that. We gave you 4 presents. We gave you 4 gifts, and you only got 16 points. It should have been 38 points.
All right, I'm curious this one here. I got to go to Seth in Florida because he thinks you just pulled the Nordway.
Uh-oh.
Seth, you're on with Lou and Christian. Go ahead.
Hey, guys. Yeah, so Christian just pulled a classic Ordway. We're talking about whether Mac Jones should be throwing the ball down the field, and Christian saying, look, they went out and they spent all this money. Why else would they do it? Why not use all these guys? And then in the next breath he says, who's he going to throw it to? So you're arguing against yourself.
No. The point is they're not built to look like the Kansas City Chiefs. They're not built to look. They're not like Tampa. So they're never going to be that speed NASCAR, fast pace, create. That's not them. But that doesn't mean that they can't throw the ball farther than 6 yards. It doesn't mean that they can't be more creative.
Yeah.
I just feel like they're not using the guys that they have.
But you admit they didn't need to yesterday. Which is the point that Joe from Pepro wants to bring up. Joe, you're on with Lou and Christian. Go ahead.
I agree with Christian. I feel that they just need to pop that governor off the kid and let him try to throw it in there. I mean, they keep on saying his percentage is 75%, 77% in college. I'm pretty sure out of those 77% he was doing in college, I'm pretty sure he threw it in the end zone, so why not give the kid a chance? I mean, there was a couple of them yesterday where I wouldn't want to see him throw it. There was a couple of times when he was at the 30-yard line. What do you want him to hike it to the back end corner? I mean, I wouldn't want that, but at least pop the governor off the kid and let him do a little bit more than what he's doing.
See, you look at some of these younger quarterbacks, these second-year quarterbacks, the Justin Herberts of the year, former NFL Rookie of the Year, and you see what he's doing, and he's just doing all the little slip screens. He's doing the missile screens. He's doing the quick looks, the hitches. They don't even do that. And that used to be, that's a staple of their offense. The quick hitch. Hey, they're playing off quick hitch. The Flash Gordon slant route that he did all the time. That doesn't exist now. But they're a game plan specific team. But still, there are some plays where no matter what, they're running those plays. They're your bread and butter plays. They don't do them.
No, they don't. I still think it's the right call for now. We'll see if he can open up, because you admit, like you said, the weapons maybe aren't there for him to open it up. But still, there's a lot of things. To me, it's more concerning at the first look. We were just looking at that double pass again. The minute he caught the ball, he just caught it and threw to Jonnu Smith, that was right in front of him, wide open, which I get, 10 yards, but still, on a double pass, the first look has to be deep and then look down. He's not even doing it. He's just not even giving it a chance to see if guys are open downfield. I want to go to let's go to Matt in Walpole. Matt, go ahead. You're on Maloney and Fourier.
Hey, how's it going, Bob? First, Christian, I want to ask, man, did you get that T booster this weekend? Because you are feeling it today, my friend.
I'm always feeling it.
Yeah, there you go. Well, look, I want Mac Jones to open up, because I want Josh McDaniels to open up the playbook for Mac Jones too. But I think a lot of it has to do with not tipping your hands, because I don't know about you guys, but I didn't feel like the Jets were really going to threaten us offensively in that game. So my thing is, why open that playbook and why give other teams that film to watch when you don't really have to? But I will say, I'm sick of watching screens on 3rd and long. That is, at least do something to try and get a first down in the 3rd and long play.
Well, that's one area I think they've done a good job. It's not like you avoid it, but I don't think there's been many 3rd and 10s or longer for this guy at all, because of what he's taking early on 1st and 2nd down. Because he's taking the check downs on 1st down and creating a 2nd and 5, 2nd and 6, 2nd and 4. So he's putting himself in positions. I just think that when you get into the red zone, that's where it kind of bites you in the ass. And that's where it has. Let me go to Bob in Walton, because you're just talking about this Patriot defense. Go ahead, Bob.
Hey, Lou, you asked a question a little while ago, whether it was the Patriots defense that did it, or was it the Jets offense? Well, obviously, the Patriots were getting blown out on the ground in the first quarter and a half or so.
Yeah.
And the Jets started passing the ball and throwing interceptions all over the place. Of course, it was the Jets offense that screwed it up. The Patriots were getting eaten up on the ground, and I'm surprised it just didn't keep going.
Yeah, no, Bob, I'm with you, and I'm just. This really when it comes down to coaching, because they did run the ball real well. I mean, they averaged 5 yards in the first half and pretty much 5 yards in the second half, and it was like there was no attempt at all to get your Zach Wilson rookie quarterback, in the flow of the game. As far as just running the football until the Patriots stopped you, and then just taking the quick little passes, the checkdowns. This is a coaching thing, in my opinion, and they could have got him comfortable. They could have gained some confidence. Meanwhile, after the first 2 drives, he's 0 for 2 with 2 picks. And you're scared to even throw the ball at all, anywhere on the field when a game starts like that.
See, I think of Mac Jones, and I think of him as the wife of Prince Hakeem from Coming to America. The original.
Bark like a dog.
Hey, Mac, what type of screenplays do you like? Whatever screenplays you like. All right, okay, what type of runs do you like? Whatever runs you like. All right, okay, red zone passes. Tell me your favorite red zone pass. Whatever pass you like. Whatever you like. What kind of hard count do you like? Whatever hard count you like. No, I want you to think for yourself. You can't be so robotic.
Don't you think it's in him, though?
That's my point.
It's got to be, though, right?
That's my point. I saw this thing about him where he went to the best Pop Warner facility team. He went to the best high school team, and he went to the best college team in the United States. Now he's with the best coach to ever do it. So he was born and bred, just like Prince Akeem's wife, soon-to-be wife. Your queen to be. Whatever runs you like, whatever 2-minute drill you like. Like, he doesn't have an opinion. I don't think
We'll see. We'll see if that comes up. By the way, we're going to talk to Mac Jones here in a bit. I'm going to take one more call before we do that. Let's go to Bob in New Hampshire. Bob, go ahead.
Hey, how you doing, guys?
What's good, Bob?
Yeah, great show. I love listening to you. Christian, Lou, you're all great. Hey, just a couple comments. I was listening to you guys earlier talking about Wiggy. I love him dearly, but too many head hits. His boy Cam Newton he's riding the pine at the unemployment line, so he's not hot on Mac. I think Mac's doing fine. I really do. He's not losing the game. He's doing fine. I don't think the problem is him. I think they got to do something with the offensive line, and I think the defense got to tighten up a little bit. The Jets weren't a real big threat. So, all
right, Bob. Thanks for the call.
Thanks, Bob.
Because Ramondo Stevenson.
Yeah, we know that. Thank you. Earlier today, Earlier today, we talked to Mac Jones, and here's our Mac Jones interview. Our quarterback interview is sponsored by Mass General Cancer Center, Everyday Amazing, and by Northeast Men's Health, the experts in men's sexual health at northeastmenshealth.com. Joining us now on the Harbor One hotline is the quarterback of the New England Patriots, Mac Jones. Mac, it must feel a lot better waking up today as opposed to last week after getting your first NFL win.
Yeah, it's definitely better than losing, so hopefully we can continue to do that.
Does the 24-hour rule work for wins and losses? So we're, as far as looking at tape too soon.
Yeah, I'd say just it depends, but 24 hours is always good to just relax and just recover your body and not move on to the next game too quickly. I mean, it doesn't hurt to peek at some stuff on film and things like that, but I just felt that if you can keep it consistent with the 24 hours.
I have a feeling you were peaking. Were you peaking?
Yeah,
be honest.
Yeah, I definitely peaked.
So, Mac, I wanted to ask you, after the game, you were talking about you felt like you could push the ball downfield more. So I'm just curious, are you passing up opportunities to take shots down the field?
I wouldn't say that. I just think it goes back to just me sticking to my rules, and there's some times when the defense takes plays away, and that's why we play. I mean, they're good on defense too, but at the same time, I feel like you take the 3 or 4 plays or whatever it may be, whether it's from a practice or a game, and you rewatch them, and you're like, okay, I could have probably thrown that one, but at the end of the day, it's about moving the ball and taking what the defense gives you, and if they give you the deep shot, then take it. If they give you the short, then take the short. So it's kind of just what the defense is doing, really.
Yeah, I kind of feel like that's got to be a strong coaching point with Josh McDaniels and Bill, obviously, because I watch a guy like Zach Wilson just throwing passes into team meetings where nobody's there, and so I guess, do you feel like there's the fear of throwing an interception or causing a critical mistake is so strong that you rather live on the side of caution as opposed to the more riskier pass that maybe pay off a bigger dividends to you?
Yeah, I think just when you look at turnover statistics, team that turns the ball over less usually wins. I don't know what it is. It's pretty high, though, percentage-wise. So just we have less turnovers than the other team, and yesterday we definitely could have capitalized more on the turnovers we got. But as long as you're ending every possession in the kick, then things will be moving in the right direction. So that's kind of always what I've been taught. But I think there may be some things that I can adjust, and I will do that and just listen to the feedback that I get because, in the past, obviously in college it's a completely different game, and, not to bring that up or anything, but it is different here in the NFL, and you kind of just have to play possession football and try and just stick to your rules and throw to the open guy, and it shouldn't be that confusing or complicated.
So, like the example I was going to use is the double pass, the pass you throw to James White, he throws it back, you throw it to Jonnu Smith, and on the television copy, Trent Green was talking about how Aguilar was open, and that was a play that you could have made, but you took the shallow route with Jonnu Smith. When you went back and looked at the film, was that an opportunity? If you had to do it over again, you would have thrown it to Aguilar?
Yeah, I think with that type of play, it's just kind of hard sometimes to, read it out as best you can because you catch the ball and there's no one protecting. Not because they don't want to. It's just not part of the play. It's just a one-and-done deal because I'm by myself when James threw it back to me. So I just saw Jonnu flash in front of me and got it out really quick. But yeah, I think if you go back and watch it, I definitely could have, held the ball and maybe even looked before I caught it to see if there's anyone around me. I just didn't really have as good of awareness as I should have had. But yeah, it's plays like that where you look at it and it was a good play call and I could have definitely executed better. And there's a few of those every practice, every game. And if we can just get those out of there, then everything will start kind of working in our favor.
Talking to Patriots quarterback Mac Jones. And Mac, I'm just curious because you Zach Wilson's on the other side of it. He goes number 2. You go number 15. Are you one of those guys that looks at the 4 guys that went in front of you and looks forward to playing each and every one of them? Because you all played this kid yesterday.
Not really. I think every week it's just focused on what I can do and how I can be the best quarterback that I can be. Because it's really not you against the other person. It's just we're playing football, and it's our offense against their defense, and then their offense against our defense. So a lot of it's out of our control, and we just have to play together and play complementary football to where the offense is complementing the defense and vice versa. So I don't ever try and look at it like that. I think it just kind of goes back to execution and doing what I'm supposed to do.
So I want to go back to something you said a little bit ago when you said every drive ends with a kick. And obviously, field goal, extra point, right? And even a punt. And I'm just curious because, again, Zach, he ends up throwing 4 interceptions yesterday. Is that just something that's been ingrained in you as far as turnovers? And you'd rather punt than, say, throw picks? Things like is that just a frame of mind for you?
Yeah, I think that's just an old saying in football, I guess, or some coaches teach it, some coaches don't. But and what I've been listening here and things like that, we just want to control the ball and we want to end the possession in the kick. And sometimes it's going to be a punt. You want them all to be extra points. That would be ideal when you say that. But we have a good punter and we have a good special team, so it's okay to punt, but at the same time, it's also good to just get it in the end zone or get the 3 points because that's what it comes down to is scoring points. And you're not just sitting there thinking about punting all the time. You're just trying to execute the plays and the points will come.
Do you think sometimes that the offense is a little too safe and too conservative?
No. I think just each week we have I've only been here for the preseason games and for the two games we've played, and we've had a good plan. And obviously Josh does a really good job preparing all of us, and we have a plan for what the defense is going to give us, and we don't overplan or anything like that to expect what they might do or what we think they're going to do, and we just kind of stick to what we do. And he calls great plays, and we got to execute them better. And I think the offense, when we watch the film together, we're all going to say that we can definitely play better and execute the plays that were called better, and we will. So.
We're talking to Mac Jones. And, Mac, I'm wondering, how quickly did you realize it was probably a bad idea to jump into that pile with Damian Harris crossing the goal line when you looked around and saw all your offensive linemen doing the same thing? Like, I'm just watching that saying, get out of there.
Yeah. I think, honestly, it was just a good run and good blocking, and then I just kind of saw Damian get a little bit held up at, like, the half-yard line. I think he probably would have got in anyways, but I just ran down there and shoved him in, but everyone else was pushing too, so it was a giant team effort like rugby or something, and we just made it happen. And it was good to score. That's always what you're supposed to do on offense, and whether it's running, passing, whatever, just try and get it in the end zone and get 6 points.
I got to commend you though on the because that was the one play a lot of people were talking about. I got to commend you on the reverse block, because most of the times, Mac, like this, quarterbacks embarrass themselves. They whiff, they fall on the ground. The guy that they're trying to block doesn't even notice that they're there. They just kind of avoid them, right? Because they're just in the way. You actually got in the guy's way. Now, it wasn't a bone-crushing block, but you made a difference. Was there any part of you that said, probably should just stay out of this one too?
Not really. I mean, the chop block rule is in between the tackle box, so I knew that I was allowed to do it. And, maybe if I was outside, I would definitely try to block him still, because that's who I was supposed to get. So, I mean, it's just part of the play, and we did a good job on that play of KB just running it and making a play, and then the offensive line selling the other play, and then we flipped it back. So it was just actually well executed. And, whatever my job is to do on the play, I'm going to try and do it to help the team.
So, Mac, 1 for 4 the first week in the red zone, 1 for 3 yesterday. So you guys are 2 for 7 now in the year. So, in your opinion, what can be done? Like, what is it? Because I know some penalties, but what can be done to be more efficient in the red zone for you?
That's a good question. I mean, for me, it just goes back to maybe just executing better during practice. I think we've definitely put an emphasis on it, and we've gotten more reps at it. And just in the red zone, you kind of have to flip a switch in your brain. Not that you shouldn't be aware at all times during the game, but once you get down there, everything's a little tighter. I mean, the sidelines are obviously there, and then the field gets tighter because of the yardage. So you don't have as much space to work with, and sometimes that can be an issue. But I think it's more just about us executing the plays that are called and doing it against tighter looks, and me making more competitive throws and things like that. I don't think there's any big thing that we're missing. It's just little things. So I think we'll definitely improve on that this week in practice. And the other thing is we can't be so worried about the stats of it all. We just have to execute the plays for what they are and flip the switch in our brain just to be ready in the red zone and kind of be alert more.
So, Mac, I don't even know if you realize it, because I didn't really realize until I saw the stat kind of after this game that in the red zone, you have yet to, I think, attempt to pass in the end zone. Were you even aware of that? I didn't, because I didn't even recall that until you thought back on it.
Yeah, I think it goes back to running the ball well, which we can do, and then we'll have those plays that we need to get people in there, and I need to throw them the ball, and we've done that. So it's not like the plays aren't called. It's just sometimes it's a little tighter down there, like I said, and the competitive throws that I need to make will be there, and I can continue to practice those and work on that because it's tight coverage in the NFL, and you just have to continue to find ways to get our playmakers the ball, because we have great skill players, good running backs, good tight ends, and good receivers. So I don't know why there isn't a reason to not get them the ball. It starts with me, and they'll make plays and run the routes they're supposed to run. So they've done a good job, and I can do better.
See, that's kind of the thing. I think Patriot fans, or even myself, you watch the game and you're seeing you out there making the right decisions, you're accurate. And when I see stats like that, or I see, the balls, check downs and things, I almost feel like they're not letting you do this yet because you're young in your career. And I almost want to be like, go to Josh McDaniels and just be like, hey, can I do this? Like, let me sling it a little bit, right? Because those kind of numbers almost makes it feel like they're putting restrictions on you.
No, I don't think it's that. I mean, I think it's just, like I said, just whatever they call, and they've called good plays, and Josh has done a good job preparing me in the red zone, knowing what the other team's going to do and stuff. So I definitely can just have those conversations with him, and that to let him know that I can do better, because I feel like it's more on me than anybody else. And I can make those tight window throws, and I have in the past, and we can be better. So it kind of just is what it is, and we can obviously work on it and maybe come up with different ways to have some creativity or whatever, just to get the offense to come together in the red zone and all right, here we go. We're in the red zone. Let's flip the switch or whatever, just to make sure that we're all aware of the situation.
So when fellow rookie Ramondre Stevenson has a rough game and then doesn't play in the next game, basically is is deactivated, do you guys kind of talk at all about the situation? Do you offer him any encouragement or anything like that?
Yeah, I mean, I think Mondre is obviously super competitive, and I don't know, I'm not in charge of who plays and who doesn't, but obviously Mondre works hard every day. He's a rookie. He's young, just like me, but he's a hard worker, so that'll pay off in the long run. And, I just always try and keep it loose with him. We always, whatever we're talking about, whether it's on Saturdays, talking about the college football games or whatever, just having those conversations and keeping it loose and relaxed is cool with all the rookies. And I feel like we're really close, all of us, and we'll all get better together. And we all been working hard. So that's all you can ask for is just hard work and your effort. And then everything else will just take care of itself, playing time, all the other stuff. So I think we'll all have a good understanding of that.
Okay, so the quarterback question of the week. Are you ready for this one? This one's going to surprise you. Okay, let me sell some soap real quick. Then I'll give you the question. All right. So the quarterback question of the week is sponsored by Northeast Men's Health, the experts in men's sexual health, with locations in Dedham, near Legacy Place, and in Salem, New Hampshire. Online at northeastmenshealth.com. Okay, so we find out that Nick Saban's, your former coach, his favorite saying is "D's nuts." Okay. That was from your Jordan Battle, Alabama football player. Did you even know about this?
Oh yeah, okay, I definitely knew about it. It's kind of his thing. He's been doing it for a while. I think he needs to get some new ones, but
so he runs around and tries to get guys with the joke.
Yeah.
I mean, he'll get you though, because he's pretty, he's serious, and then he'll be like, hey, whatever, and then he'll just hit you with one of those jokes, and you'll just catch it out of the blue, and you're just kind of like, whoa, that just happened. But he's been doing that for as long as I was there, and probably well before too.
Do you does Bill? Have you figured out what Bill's favorite saying is yet?
I haven't, but we've had some good conversations, and he's got some humor too. And I think as the years go on, I'm sure there will be some stuff that definitely will pop up, and I'll have to get back to y'all on that one. so nothing like because Julian Edelman is becoming famous for his Bill Belichick impersonations. I'm wondering. If do you have one? Does anyone else on the team do one? I mean, anything like that? You gotta have a version of it, I'm sure. No, I really don't. I mean, he's one of a kind, and no one should emulate him. But I definitely can't. So I mean, there's probably people, but not I.
There will be a day when you will.
You'll feel more comfortable when you're older, but right now, probably safe not to admit that you do a Bill Belichick.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, Mac, listen, man, thanks for joining us. Congrats on your first win, and good luck next week. You return home against the Saints. Thank you.
All right, thanks. See you guys.
Conversation with the Quarterback is brought to you by Putnam Investments. Putnam Investments and the New England Patriots, proud partners committed to an active game plan on the field and off of it. Now it's time to review this week's powerful play brought to you by NL. Damian Harris ran through 7 Jets defenders for a Patriots touchdown. That's this week's powerful play brought to you by NL, the official energy partner of Gillette Stadium. All right, that's Mac Jones. You can hear that interview every single day right here. Every Monday, rather, I should say. Patriots Monday with Merloni and Fourier. All right, when we come back, this Patriots team, are they as advertised as they were in the offseason? I'm going to tell you why they are not. That's coming up next on Merloni and Fourier.
Whether the team is playing at home on the north side or at an away game, my friends at Republic Bank of Chicago are there cheering them on. Republic Bank of Chicago prides themselves on being a local, privately owned bank that knows how to support entrepreneurs running their businesses. For Republic Bank of Chicago, it's all about being your financial partner who is dedicated to your success. Let them help you and your business. Learn more at republicebank.com. Republic Bank of Chicago. Client committed, relationship driven, business focused.
There's a lot of streaming services out there, each filled with reality TV, comedy, drama, and of course, superheroes. But there's one dedicated entirely to nonfiction TV and documentary films, and that's Curiosity Stream. History, science, nature, we've got it. Space, dinosaurs, big cats, we've got that too. And pretty much anything else you want to explore. Go ahead, add some smart TV to your smart TV with Curiosity Stream. Go to curiositystream.com to sign up and start streaming today.
Heart and vascular specialists at Loyola Medicine advance science by focusing on more than just a person's heart. They implant devices so that patients waiting for a heart transplant can get out of bed and enjoy their lives. They use a less invasive procedure to help people heal faster. That's the science of heart and vascular care, driven by the science of being human, where feeling is believing. Learn more at loyolamedicineheart.org.
Hey, Bears fans, are you ready for a real cocktail? Zing Zang, Chicago's #1 Bloody Mary mix, now has Bloody Marys with premium vodka already included in a can. This is the perfect Zing Zang Bloody Mary for your game day tailgate or your home bar. Keep the party going with Zing Zang's canned margaritas and bourbon whiskey sours. They have something for everyone. Pick up your Zing Zang canned cocktails today at Binny's, Meyer, or Woodman's. Zing Zang, a proud partner of Bears Radio. Please Zing Zang responsibly.
All right, welcome back to Merloni and Foray. As I said before the break, I was asking the question, is this team as advertised? So we got to go back and think about what you thought this team was. And to me, I always felt like the biggest improvement, of course, might have been tight end, right? Because you didn't have one last year. But the other biggest improvement was your front seven and being able to stop the run, right? And that was like as advertised. You were loving it. Who was it?
I was.
Who was the guy? Was it before the season started? Gotchow, is that his name?
Yeah.
Talking about how, like, stop the run, have some fun, whatever the hell that quote was.
Yeah.
You were loving that, right? About all the beef they had up front
t-shirt.
and how they're going to stop the run this year. The other strength of this team was a top 5 offensive line.
Yep.
And that's why I say I don't think they're as advertised. I don't think this offensive line has been very good. And obviously you lost Trent Brown, but really one guy you're down. I know it's a right tackle, but that's it. That's your depth. Like one guy goes down and you're trash. You know, and then you look at the defensive line and you sit there and say they ran for 152 yards against you, 5 yards a clip. And I thought Miami ran the ball well against you as well with a challenged quarterback who can't throw the ball downfield. So your two strengths coming into the year was your offensive line, defensive line, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And I know that you're 1-1 here, but I don't think either one have been very good.
No. I would say so. Start offensively. The Isaiah Wynn thing is an issue. I mean, the holding penalties. I want to say last year he had 11 pressures. I think he already has 7 in 2 games. It's way too many. And maybe Trent Brown was so good, and the backups weren't nearly as much depth as we thought they were. I'm not impressed with the offensive line. I'm just not. I thought they'd be better. We'll see what happens. Defensively, Matthew Judon is still good. Uche is still good. I just didn't think it would be as easy for backs that I've never heard of to run on them. Like, I thought that the rush totals would be something like 60 yards, 70 yards top.
Yep.
I didn't think they would allow 100-yard rushers who nobody has known about. So, yeah, I'm a little concerned with that. That needs to be a strength. You need to be much stouter on first and second down, and you need to be much better imposing your will. I will say this, though. If you're looking for optimism, the goal line stance by the Patriots defense was huge. They're way down. The Jets are way down there. Lawrence guy makes an unbelievable stop. They have to settle for a field goal. That, to me, was a great job. That was a team that was getting better, that made a difference in the game. That defense, that third and goal defense, Lawrence guy, that was a great job by him. That's what I'm expecting. That's what you wanted last week. You didn't get it last week.
No, you just thought they'd win on first down, not give up 4 or 5 on first down and create like short distance on second. Now, when he threw the ball, Zach Wilson just gave it to you, but 152 yards, 5 yards a clip. I mean, that is against a team with the quarterback who was just handing you the football,
and a team that was playing from behind.
Yeah,
usually the numbers should be passing numbers, but they said, nah, we don't even trust this guy with the ball in his hands anymore. We rather run it.
Yeah, and you really do hope that Trent Brown can come back here from this calf injury. Now, he missed last week, and Yasir Durant got the start. Haran went into that game. I mean, Durant, when was the last time you've seen a guy just get pulled because he's hurt, because he just sucks and not hurt? Like, he just pulled him. And he put Haran in there because he was just that bad. Like right tackle, they don't have an answer over there if Trent Brown can't play.
Yeah, and I don't know if we believe anything that Bill says. Maybe you have to dissect it or translate it, because he was talking about it earlier this morning, not on Greg's show, but just discussing the his feelings about the right tackle position and how he's like, we're fine there.
Well, he said this after the game.
Still need to spend a little more time here going through the film and talking about things, but I think we're all right here. Got 3 players that have played it, and I think they've all done some good things. Trent, I mean, not very much in the last 2 games, but we know Trent can do a good job over there, and Yasir and Justin have both done a solid job there. We've had some breakdowns at really all spots on the line, all spots offensively. It's just we've lacked some consistency.
So should we give them the benefit of the doubt as far as, okay, Isaiah Wynn full-time, okay, full off-season, Joe Thuney leaves, he goes to Kansas City, Haran goes in at left tackle, Andrews is there, Shaq Mason is there, Trent Brown, okay, he's gone, so Durant and Haran go back and forth. I guess a lot of people want Ted Karras at left guard and they want to move Haran back to right tackle.
No, Onwenu.
Sorry, that's right.
Yeah.
Onwenu.
Yeah. Because, I mean, and I just wonder, for within the game, I get it. You want to keep full fist of that line together. But last week, they had the whole week prepared, and they decided to go with Durant and Haran thinking it was okay. I don't know if they got their answer. It's not okay. So now next game against New Orleans, there's a Onwenu kick out, and Karras sit there at left guard. But quite frankly, that could create a problem on your left side of the offensive line, because Isaiah Wynn has been an issue. What do you have, a holding, a false start? I mean, we've seen a couple now, last couple of games. He's got 7 quarterback pressures. He's allowed 7 QB pressures in 2 games. Last year, he allowed 16 and 10. He's got 7 in 2 games. So we could talk all we want about the right tackle, but really, Isaiah Wynn has been your weakest link, left tackle. He's your guy. And it's like, so, and I don't know, people pointing to maybe it's because Joe Thuney's not next to him. I thought Onwenu was a pretty good player. And I thought he filled in great. Then he slid over to right tackle, and he felt like he filled in great too. So I'm not letting Wynn off the hook just because Joe Thuney's not next to him. Okay. And is it just because Thuney's that good he made you look a little bit better? Well, it's time for him to get better, but they got to figure out their tackle spots.
Okay, so I feel like we've been more negative than positive today.
Well, it's classic. It's like negative on a Patriots
what I
win.
Do is
that's old school.
Because
I feel
good.
It
feels like being critical after a win.
Well, you tell me, was that impressive? They gave you the ball 4 times.
No, I do not. I still think they have a ton of work to do.
3 for 12 on third down.
There was a couple times kicking the ball out of bounds after a score. Tons of just stupid penalties, missed opportunities. I mean, there was a ton of work to do. Damian Harris's run.
Fantastic.
Let's highlight that. That had a little bit of stank on it. That was a guy that was running to almost atone for past issues. There was a guy that wanted to prove that him getting the starting tailback position, shipping Sony Michel out, was not a fluke. Nick Folk being 4 for 4. Nick Folk, I think, is your most dangerous, most productive weapon on offense.
Consistent.
He's your best offense.
33 in a row now.
So he's about to break. He broke what's his face's Gostkowski's record. So he's at 33. Yep. So he needs like 4 more to break the NFL record.
See, right now I wouldn't put it past him. I mean, I'm in shock with this guy because he's bounced around. If he was ever this good, nobody would have let him go in the first place. So he's bounced around. He's been fantastic for you. He's been outstanding. And you said Damian Harris' run was great. And the one thing I thought about
James White was great.
James White was fantastic in this game. But I do look at that Damian Harris run. I go back to like Ivan Fears and saying, the job was done. Is that in that category or no? Fighting for the extra 2 yards to get in the end zone?
Yeah, but if you watch, he needed to get there, and that they needed that score, and he had 2 hands securely placed on that ball.
Well, you mentioned it too. The one thing we sort of forget here is that after last week putting the ball 4 times on the mat, like 4 times, you lost 2 of them. The second play of the game, you fumbled.
I know.
Kendrick Bourne absolutely 100% fumbled that ball. That was a turnover that you got a break from the referees. Imagine fumbling the ball 4 times and coming out in the second play of the game if the ref didn't screw that up and turn the ball over in your own 20-25. Like, that happened. You just got lucky. So I think this had a lot more to do with the Jets just being an awful football team and Zach Wilson handing you the ball off 4 times. Then I could sit there and say that the Pats D was dominant, the offense was good, and you won a very comfortable game 25-6. Like, there was more to it than that. And listen, the win, we said it going into Friday, getting the W is the most important thing. So they accomplished what they needed to do. So good for them. And Mac Jones, whatever, you kind of got a bonus. Because we said, what if Mac Jones throws 50% and you win? Well, he's still 70%. He still did his job. He might have turned down some big plays here and there. And I like the fact now, here we are on a Monday, we'll see more of it as the night goes on and Tuesday. Some of the big plays that maybe he did turn down, right? We saw one video of the intentional grounding that he had, where Hunter Henry was just flying all by himself on the right side for a touchdown. Easy pass and touchdown to a wide-open Hunter Henry. And he kind of gets out of the pocket to the left and does the intentional grounding. And Nick Folk saved his ass there at the end of the half by kicking a 49-yard field goal. So there's plenty of the coachable moments, you would say, which it's much better to get those in a W. Like if you had pulled that game out against Miami, it would have been the same thing. But you're sitting here 1-1, and you beat a bad football team.
Yeah, the other thing I think is interesting is the J.C. Jackson effect. Is he just the benefit of good timing and a lot of luck, or is he really a good corner that can single-handedly disrupt and get turnovers on his own?
Well, I think that first interception, I actually give more credit to Devin McCourty. He patted the ball right to him. You know what I mean? So J.C. Jackson was standing in front of Corey Davis, and for some reason, Zach Wilson looked at that and said, "Oh yeah, I got to throw it.
He's open."
Like, "Oh yeah, he's open." Like he was literally standing right behind him when he planted his foot and threw the ball. So he tips it up, does a nice job tipping it up. But Devin McCourty jumps up like a jump ball, and he actually pats it to him. Who's standing? Beautiful play by Devin McCourty.
He gets the assist
more so than J.C. Jackson.
Yeah. No, I do feel like there is a discussion.
He's around the ball. You got to give him credit.
I know. I feel like you have to eventually. It's not just happening because it's his turn or he's in the right place at the right time, or or bad quarterbacks just keep throwing the ball into his area because they don't trust that he's any good. They're not nervous about it. They don't want to get. There is something to his ability to make plays.
Yeah.
And I don't think he's ever going to get credit for it because they look at his size, they look at everything else, and they say, "Nah." Look at all his. I bet if you counted up all the interceptions, would they all be first or second year crappy quarterbacks? Or would they be elite level quarterbacks?
Well, listen, I give him credit for being around it, but all I keep thinking about is with every single interception, he's got 1 foot out the door. Because now he's going to get paid like a number one corner. All right, listen, coming up next, the Vikings missed a game-winning field goal yesterday, and apparently the radio team didn't exactly have the greatest angle at seeing it. You got to hear this. Plus one gambler, he is the world's biggest Detroit Lions fan tonight. We'll explain. It's Last Call coming up next.
Whether the team is playing at home on the north side or at an away game, my friends at Republic Bank of Chicago are there cheering them on. Republic Bank of Chicago prides themselves on being a local, privately owned bank that knows how to support entrepreneurs running their businesses. For Republic Bank of Chicago, it's all about being your financial partner who is dedicated to your success. Let them help you and your business. Learn more at republicebank.com. Republic Bank of Chicago. Client committed, relationship driven, business focused.
There's a lot of streaming services out there, each filled with reality TV, comedy, drama, and of course, superheroes. But there's one dedicated entirely to nonfiction TV and documentary films, and that's Curiosity Stream. History, science, nature, we've got it. Space, dinosaurs, big cats, we've got that too. And pretty much anything else you want to explore. Go ahead, add some smart TV to your smart TV with Curiosity Stream. Go to curiositystream.com to sign up and start streaming today.
Loyola Medicine doctors know that the science of healing and the science of kindness work together. They treat some cancers with brachytherapy, targeting cancer cells directly with radiation without damaging the surrounding healthy tissue. And they take the time to connect with and encourage patients, because when patients feel better, they heal better. That's the science of kindness, where feeling is believing. Learn more at loyolamedicinecancer.org.
Spring cleaning is here. Whether you have a large home renovation or small do-it-yourself project, choose LRS for your waste disposal needs. From big or small dumpsters to portable restrooms, LRS is the perfect solution for your home's next project. See why LRS is your choice for waste and recycling services. With over 1,200 team members, LRS is ready to ensure our community is prepared for any upcoming home renovation project. Contact the LRS team today and request a quote at lrsrecycles.com. LRS, your go-to waste solutions provider.
Now more of the guys, Merloni and Fourier on WEEI.
All right, last call is brought to you by Cars for Kids, the easy way to donate to your car. You can donate today, and your car can be picked up tomorrow. Go to carsforkids.com or give them a call at 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS. All right, well, the Vikings, they lined up for that game-winning field goal yesterday. They were down 1. There were just seconds left against the Arizona Cardinals. But here's how that final play sounded with Paul Allen on the Vikings radio. Reminder, he missed it.
High snap, put down. Joseph, come on! It is good! No, he missed it. Good. Are you kidding me? He missed it right.
He missed it right.
Oh, my heavens.
Oh, my. He missed it right. What a gut punch to a team, Paul, that play after play, toward the end, fought its way back.
Oh, missed it by like a foot.
And just,
oh, my God.
That's fantastic. Imagine you're a Vikings fan, and you're driving around the city, and you're sitting there like, you're driving, and maybe you pull over, right, because you're so into it, and you hear this. Like,
high snap, put down. Joseph, come on! It is good! No, he missed it.
So you're in the car, you honk your horn, your arms are in the air, and all of a sudden it's like, it's good. No, it's not.
That's beautiful.
It's not good?
Oh, my God.
Is this guy serious? That's not good? Oh, that's a killer.
It ruined a lot of people's day because that was a great game.
That was a great game, but that isn't a killer. How about this one? You talk about, mention this guy that's a gambler that's the biggest Lions fan in the world tonight. So there's one guy, it's according to Odds Checker, a bet at MGM. So somebody bet $25 to win $726,959 on a 16-leg parlay. He bet every single game in the NFL, $25, bet every single game in a money line, and has won every single game so far, including that one you just heard. Like, that guy was excited when the guy missed that field goal because he had the Cardinals. He had the Cardinals minus $190. Every single, he's 15-0, and it's all riding on the Lions tonight. All of it.
So wait, do we know who he picked?
He's got the Lions.
He's got the Lions. And what is the line? What is it?
No, outright.
Really?
They got to win outright.
Oh,
plus
Jesus.
400. They got to win outright. And one thing I always wonder, when I see bets like this, sometimes you see it a lot where, like, huge parlays, sometimes like the casino gets in touch with you and would like to buy you out of it.
Or like insurance?
Well, just buy you out of it. Hey, listen, you could win 726 if the Lions win tonight. I don't know how comfortable you are, but we'll give you 150 grand right now. 100 grand right now. Do you want it?
Take it.
Get out.
Take it.
You know what I mean? Maybe I don't even know if it's that much because it's such a plus 400. You know what I mean? But yeah, sometimes they might contact you in a bet like this. But he's all of it. If the Lions can beat the Packers, he can win $726,000 on a $25 bet.
I am interested now. Now I'm interested in this game.
Christian, the odds of this happening, like the odds are actually better of you getting struck by lightning walking out of this room.
I would say is this is about as tough to do as picking every game in the NCAA tournament.
About as difficult.
I mean, it's that's amazing.
Yeah, I mean he had so the dogs he took. The Raiders were the biggest dog at plus 190. By the way, how's my lock looking? I had the Raiders, right? Pittsburgh?
Yeah, you had Pittsburgh minus 6.
Yeah,
how's my
good.
lock with my eyebrow? Okay, Corey
right,
Davis,
Denver.
two
Denver
and a half.
also.
But I guess and the Titans plus 190. Both of those are the biggest underdogs. He had the Ravens plus $180 last night. He was digging that call last night. How about that, Harbaugh?
It's amazing.
Lamar, what do you want to do? 4th and 1. You want to give him the ball back? No, let's go for it. Whatever you want, go.
Yeah, what if Lamar was like, Coach, I don't think it's a good idea. I was like, oh.
Lot riding on this Lions game for this guy tonight. I'm kind of interested. I hope he wins. Good for him. Oh, well, he takes the payout,
And
whatever.
By the way, he also had the Washington football team who didn't win. The Giants won. I'm sorry, the Giants had the offside that caused the Washington football team to win, so he narrowly won that one. And then he narrowly won the Cowboys, which had a game-winning kick against the
Can you
Chargers.
imagine his blood pressure and just? If he's just as
and he called the Ravens last night. This guy's insane.
Oh my God, good for him. Good for him. All right, tomorrow, what do we got? We got Ben Volen.
Volen
in here tomorrow. He's going to join us for a couple of hours. We'll take a look back at this win here for the New England Patriots. By the way, this hour of Maloney and Fourier was brought to you by Teen Malone. That's going to do it for us today. Have a good night, everybody. We'll be back at it tomorrow at 2 o'clock.
The world moves pretty fast. 1 minute you're standing, the next you're dragging. How can you keep up? I'll tell you. I'm Ira Madison III, host of Keep It. Each week, Louis Vertel, Aida Osman, and I do the hard work of exploring the intersection between entertainment, culture, and politics, with guests like Billy Porter, Catherine O'Hara, Ronan Farrow, Francesca Ramsey, and more. New episodes of Keep It drop every Wednesday. Listen on Odyssey, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
There's a lot of streaming services out there, each filled with reality TV, comedy, drama, and of course, superheroes. But there's one dedicated entirely to nonfiction TV and documentary films, and that's Curiosity Stream. History, science, nature, we've got it. Space, dinosaurs, big cats, we've got that too. And pretty much anything else you want to explore. Go ahead, add some smart TV to your smart TV with Curiosity Stream. Go to curiositystream.com to sign up and start streaming today.
Whether the team is playing at home on the north side or at an away game, my friends at Republic Bank of Chicago are there cheering them on. Republic Bank of Chicago prides themselves on being a local, privately owned bank that knows how to support entrepreneurs running their businesses. For Republic Bank of Chicago, it's all about being your financial partner who is dedicated to your success. Let them help you and your business. Learn more at republicebank.com. Republic Bank of Chicago. Client committed, relationship driven, business focused.